qualified does a black person have to be? Graduated at the top of her class at Howard, went to law school, was attorney general of a state, a United States senator, a vice president of the United States, but she's not qualified? This representative from Tennessee, he called her a DEI candidate. And then they start calling her colored. Then they start calling her out of her name. And as a black man, I can't let no white man talk about no sister like that. And I not take offense to it. Because who is more disqualified than Donald Trump? And Republicans are all in because he is the avatar for their grievance. I'm all in.
Kahalala Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Waha, Raha Kwadash. All praises and glory go to you, Lord. Double honors and respect go to our apostles, bishops, elders, and teachers, the men of Great Millstone. To you I say Shalom, it's your brother Ryan. Let's get into it. Here you have this clean-shaven pastor raccooning, okay? And raccooning about some Edomite rhetoric against Kamala Harris. Now, I was under the impression that Kamala Harris was, in fact, Elam. But doing some research into Kamala Harris, I find out that her father is of the tribe of Benjamin, more than likely, which would make her a Benjaminite. Okay, that's neither here nor there, because these politics in America, Babylon the Great, is just one huge game. Okay, left wing, right wing, same bird. Okay, all these politicians have sold out. There has never been one president under this country's history that has not done something to oppress the people, okay, and the people of Israel, namely. And even with, Kamala Harris' father being a Benjaminite, she is on record saying things like she will not do anything for the so-called black community. Long story short, you have this pastor spewing this rhetoric in defense of Kamala Harris, okay? This clean-faced, older Jake, lacking wisdom, lacking knowledge, vomiting all over himself, okay? And it brings me to these set of scriptures because here you have a so-called man of the Lord politicking, okay? And it's sickening to the stomach. And this is the condition of the nation of Israel. But the condition of the nation of Israel is one so far gone that they don't even recognize their master, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Huh? And Yahweh is whom you ignorantly call God, Yahweh Shai is whom you ignorantly call Jesus. They don't even recognize their master's voice, and he is performing a cadence, warning the children of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and North American Indians about the coming destruction, the impending doom. And you will not hearken, okay? And you have your leaders out here politicking, stepping in, fetching, spewing vomit, this rhetoric that has you thinking that your vote somehow matters. And quite frankly, you hitting the vote it's like hitting the like button on Facebook. You're doing absolutely nothing, because presidents are not elected, they are selected. Okay? And knowing this, again, it brought me to Isaiah chapter 1, and I'll begin at verse 2. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for Yahweh hath spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me. And who is he speaking about? He's speaking about the children of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and North American Indians. You have rebelled against him. You've forgotten the Holy Covenant. Okay, you've forgotten your heritage and your history. Now that we're in the last seconds of the latter days, you find it important to be politicking when in fact you should be repenting. Okay? Calling back on the names of the Lord, the true names of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Wah Yahweh Shai. And you'd rather follow this Edomite system that was set up, this beast. And you're about to find out in the very near future why this system is called a beast. You'd rather rebel against the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Holy Scriptures and put your faith in men. And that is going to lead you to your death. Okay? Verse 3, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know. My people doth not consider. Right? Okay? An ox knows his owner, and an ass his master's crib. But Israel, you children of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and North American Indians, again, do not consider that you are supposed to be following the Lord in these latter days. Okay? That is going to be your salvation. That is going to be your redemption. Not following the so-called self-proclaimed white man in his system, or one of his puppet candidates that he props up in front of you to get you emotionally charged to think that this system has somehow for you. This whole system is based on white supremacy, man. Okay? It was never built for you Israelites. Okay? And at the end of the day, you putting your faith in a system instead of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to lead to your death. Verse 4, a sinful nation, right? A people laden with iniquity and a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken Yahweh. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel onto anger. They are gone away backwards, right? A nation of backsliders, man. And even this Jake, this preacher, he's a backslider, you know what I mean? He's full of iniquity. You can look at him and see it all in him, okay? Leading you other Israelites who are ignorant down a path to destruction, okay? Because these politics in these last days, that ain't gonna save you, okay? Selecting Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, it ain't gonna matter one way or the other. All they are is a puppet, a face of a well-oiled machine that is already running, and the gears are behind the scene. The real control is behind the scene. And you know who runs the world? The so-called self-proclaimed white man, the nation of Esau, Edom, okay? And he could give two flying fig-ins whether you get treated justly or fairly, whether groceries are affordable or housing is affordable, whether you're going to have employment in the near future when he rolls out his new agenda and starts putting these robots and shit out there to go ahead and take your livelihoods away. Okay, you people are. Verse 5, why would you be stricken anymore? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the heart faint, right? And in Israel, your leaders, they lead you to destruction. I mean, let's replay this over the years. I remember when my mother was trying to force me to go vote for Obama. She thought this would somehow be some great change for the Israelite community, the so-called black. She say, you got to vote for this so-called black man, you know? And she didn't say it that way. She called him a black man. That he would do all this change for the people. And he did absolutely nothing. And it's just going to keep replaying itself. There's nothing new under the sun. But you Israelites put your faith in a system instead of in Yahweh, Wah Yahweh Shai. And that will be to your own detriment, okay? Let's get another scripture. This is Isaiah chapter 31. Woe, and woe means destruction. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh. Right. They put their trust in this system. In America, Babylon the Great is spiritual Egypt. All right. Isaiah 31 verse 2, yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his words. Right. His words will not return unto him void. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai pronounces something. He judges. He sends forth his commandments, and they will not return unto him void. His words will accomplish that which he sent it to do. But will arise against the house of evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity. Right. It says, now the Egyptians are men. And again, America is spiritual Egypt. Its system is set up with spiritual Egyptians, and they are only men. You can find this again in Isaiah chapter 14, who the world reverences as Shaitan or Satan when they call upon Lucifer. But in the same set of paragraphs it mentions Lucifer, it says, is this the man that made the earth to tremble? Okay, these are men. Now the Egyptians are men and not Yahweh, and their horses are flesh, not spirit. When Yahweh shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they all shall fail together. Right, this whole system is going down. America, Babylon the Great is doomed to failure. America, Babylon the Great is doomed to judgment by fire, thermonuclear fire. And before that happens, its economy is going to crash. It's going to fall into civil wars, race wars, and eventually wind up in world war. Okay? There are going to be famines, pestilences, and plagues, animals changing their places, wild beasts attacking. Okay? The earth shall rise up against her. And her, I mean the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. America, Babylon the Great, spiritual Egypt. Okay? It's going to be a time like no other. We're coming into a time like no other. Judgment like no other ever in history. And you people are out here trying to put your faith in a system that cannot save you. So again, I return to Isaiah chapter 1. Verse 3, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doth not know. My people doth not consider. A sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. This is speaking of the 2/3, man, that refuse to repent, that refuse to follow the law, statutes, and commandments and have faith in Yahweh Yahushai. They have forsaken Yahweh. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backwards. Why should ye be stricken any more? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the heart faint. From the sole of the foot even unto the head there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises, putrefying sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. Your country is desolate. America, Babylon the Great is desolate, man. It is about to go into partition. That means destruction. Your cities are burned with fire. That is the judgment from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Your land, strangers, it in your presence. Your land, strangers devour it in your presence. Right. America, Babylon the Great is going to be invaded. And its material wealth, its properties, its people will become booty, spoils of war. And it is desolate and overthrown by strangers. And the daughter of Zion, which is you Israelites, is left as a cottage in the vineyard, as a lodge in a garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city. Right. So you Israelites are putting your faith in this system, voting, trying to participate in this beast system, and all of it is going to be destroyed. Okay, all of it is going to be taken down by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai in the very near future. And it was never for your cause. This is the land of bondage. The reason why America, Babylon the Great is called spiritual Egypt It is because it was the land of your bondage, your slavery, your punishment. Okay? And there's no going back from that. Now, verse 9 says, except Yahweh of hosts, and hosts means armies, had left unto us a very small remnant, the elect of the nation of Israel, that grape of a cluster, of the vine that the Lord hath made perfect. We should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. Right, we would have been destroyed, smoldering ashes. Okay? Ending out with this, man. Stop putting your faith in these systems. Get out of these harlot houses called churches. They're only leading you down a pathway to destruction. They don't know their owner. They're not even as wise as the ox or the ass, okay? Because at least they know their master. In these latter days, the only master they serve is the so-called self-proclaimed white man, okay? But they do not reverence nor respect nor fear Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai. And that will show itself to be a huge mistake in these latter days. Stop following these churches, man. They're politicized. And by the way, when martial law and all that hell breaks loose, they're going to be the first ones handing your ass over, man. Okay, to save their own asses. So, man, stop putting your faith in this beast system. It has never been for the nation of Israel. Hopefully this has been edifying. I want to say, call halal la Yahweh ba Hashem Yahweh Shai for this message. Till the next time, Israel. Shalom.